Interphase Video Productions is proud to present the High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tiberio's Ristorante, Community Action and Litter Prevention, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, Don's Furniture, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, and Tiki Bowling Lanes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lancaster High School, home of the Golden Gales, where tonight the Gales hope have their season opener against the Chillicothe Cavaliers. Andy Rice and Paul Jasson with all the play-by-play action from, again, Lancaster High School. We're going to have a great one for you tonight. We'll have the starters and the opening tip-off, but first, we're going to take this timeout.
Where in Lancaster can you take your family to enjoy a great meal and satisfy everyone's taste buds? Why, at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Dad with the hearty appetite can enjoy the original batter-dipped fish and chips, while Mom has the low-cal broiled fish dinner and the little ones order from the kids menu. Remember, Arthur Treacher's food not only tastes good, but is good for you because they use only 100% cholesterol-free peanut oil. New owners, but the same great food at Arthur Treacher's, serving Lancaster for over 30 years.
Do you remember the good old days when gas was 18 cents a gallon and car repair was honest and reliable? At Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, they've been honest and reliable for over 56 years. Jim and Shirley Heston have made a commitment to maintain the same service you would receive back then. That's why generations of families have made Heston's their service and used car center. Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, 603 Lincoln Avenue, Lancaster.
Let's take a moment to find out why Tiberio's Ristorante is Lancaster's favorite downtown stop. Tiberio's Ristorante in the heart of downtown Lancaster.
County Commissioner Judy Shoup, here with students from Liberty Union Middle School, reminding you to always dispose of your waste tires in a legal and environmentally safe method.
Tires which are stockpiled hold stagnant waters that provide an ideal habitat for mosquitoes that could spread disease.
That's why my friends and I took a summer and helped to rid the county of this illegal tire dump.
These kids have made the right choice. Won't you? With your help, we can stop illegal dumping in Fairfield County and keep our county beautiful.
Welcome back to Lancaster High School. Andy Rice and Paul Jasson here with you. And Paul, we've got a game that is always a nervous game for high school coaches, especially for Jack Greathouse in this case, because he's bringing out a team that's in one sense has got some veteran leadership, and in another sense is going to be a young, untested team. He's got a few kids starting that don't have any varsity experience, and it's going to be interesting to see how the Gales come out this year.
Well, I think Jack is, as you indicated, it's a new page in the Jack Greathouse career at Lancaster High School, and frankly, he's just the perfect guy to bring a team like this around with young people, try to mix them with some senior leadership and Brad and some of the other boys. So it's going to be a fun year, and they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Well, the Golden Gales, as we mentioned, have a couple of players that do not have any varsity experience on the club, but the one that's going to be starting tonight without varsity experience is Andrew Totten. And you know what, Paul? I used to know him when his name was Andy Totten. But Andrew's going to get the nod in the starting lineup tonight for the Golden Gales. Let's go over the starting lineups for you. First, for the visiting Chillicothe Cavaliers, who have only played one game themselves. They lost last night on a last-second shot at Waverly. And Coach Jeff Hobbs' Cavaliers come in trying to get on the right track to start the season. They'll start out on the guard with Troy Thomas, number 15. Troy comes in as a 5'11 senior. Bill Schmieder, number 24. He is a 6'1 junior. He'll play the other guard spot. Dan Congrove He'll be the postman at 6'5". He's the tallest player that they have on the squad. Adam Renner wears number 33. He's a 6-foot wingman. And Marcus Schweit, number 42. He is a 6'3" senior, and he'll be the other starter for the Cavaliers. For the Lancaster Golden Gales, under Coach Jack Greathouse, as we said, their first game of the season, they'll run out at the point Kyle Greathouse, the sophomore son of the head coach, and people are looking for a lot of good things from Kyle. He's obviously very well schooled in basketball, and when he gets hot from the outside, you got to watch out. He came up at the end of last year and got some playing time during the tournaments. Brad Beatty is their senior leadership out there, as Brad will be coming in for his 4th season on the Gales varsity squad. Brad is 6-foot senior. Chad McKnight is in the post, and it seems kind of funny to mention this, but it seems like just yesterday when he was the young guy out there, but now he's the 6'7" senior, and he'll be in the post. Andrew Totten, as we mentioned, runs at one of the forward spots. Andrew coming in as a 6'3" junior, and Josh Slaver, number 20, will be running out on the wing, although he's more of a shooting type wingman at 6'1". He is also a junior. Watch for Andy Bonar and Matt Alvis coming off the bench for the Golden Gales. That's the one thing, Paul, that I believe that Jack has in his favor, is that he's got a strong bench.
Well, that's always been something the Gales have been blessed with. And the other thing is, I think, typical of any Jack Greathouse team, this team is going to press. They're going to nibble at you. They're going to fight with you, and it's going to be a struggle every game of the year. No game will be easy against Lancaster this year.
As we've noted many times before, that a lot of people take the Gales for granted, the fact that they're going to be a very well-coached and a very disciplined ball club. You're not going to see them getting into many running matches up and down the floor. That's just not their style. But they do have the type of ball club, I do believe, Paul, that if they wanted to, they could run with this team.
Well, I think especially when you've got somebody in the big guy in the middle like Chad McKnight, and you've got guards that can pull the trigger like Beatty and Kyle Greathouse, they can do about what they want to do. So it'll be interesting in what kind of team Jack starts out with.
Tonight's opening tip-off is being brought to you by our lovely friends at Notestone CPA. Damon Notestone would love to see you about your tax needs. The Notestone CPA firm. Of course, you can reach them on the web also at www.notestonecpa.com. Chad McKnight will be jumping center for the Golden Gales against Congrove.
He's big.
Yeah.
Chad is a big boy.
Well, Phil's big too, but he's not here. And he almost tips that one out of the building. Kyle Greathouse has to go back and get it, and the Gales will start with the ball first on offense. Down underneath quickly, and we're going to get a foul as the first set up underneath to Brad Beatty, and Beatty will go to the line. He'll be shooting 2 shots. And the foul goes against Adam Renner, his first and the team's first.
I think Brad's getting his basketball muscles in gear now. It's taken him some time to get over football. He was pretty banged up and beat up out there, but I think he's really rounding into basketball form.
That's one thing you watch for as he sinks the first one. It doesn't matter if it's this team or any other team. Those football athletes that come out tend to take a few games till they get their touch down, but he nails the first one, and how about that?
Got that free throw touchdown anyway.
Gales on top 2-0 as we start the game.
Little pressure by Brad.
Gales in a full court man, but Chillicothe able to get it across the timeline. Renner to right looking inside. In the land of the trees, turnaround jump shot is up, and it is good, and putting that one in is Schmieder. So we're all tied at 2. Kyle Greathouse, Brad Beatty, now to Laver. Laver with the shot, no good, but Totten there with the rebound, and he puts it back up and good.
Nice rebound by Andy there to come off the weak side and pick up that ball against the zone defense.
He did a great job for the JV squad last year and has put in the work over the summer. And here's the rebound off hard to Greathouse to Beatty. A little too hard on it. Now he'll turn around with a shot. Beatty's shot is up and it's good. And the Gales up 6-2. A ball knocked away by Greathouse. Chad McKnight to Greathouse, and he fakes the shot, now comes back out. Beatty with the three. Beatty, no, in and out, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Thomas. They feed it down to Congrove. His shot way off the mark. Here's the shot back up, and it's good, and Totten's going to get called for the foul.
Unlucky break here for the Gales. I think the ball just kind of wildly floated over the basket, and he picked it up and then kind of forced a foul to stop the shot, but didn't do that.
Also like to mention that our good friend Doan Livingstone back with us, helping us out on our broadcast. Renner hits it. He's got 3 points, and the Cavaliers pull to within one. It's 6-5, but the Gales still have the lead and the basketball.
The shy and retiring Jack Greathouse is patrolling the floor over there. Good ball movement.
Totten loses it in the middle, and then it's picked up by Renner. Renner on the run. Stopped by Laver. Now the Cavaliers will set it up. Try to take their first lead of the ball game. Wright with the basketball, guarded closely by Totten. Now the deep three, and it's no good. And up high to get the ball is Laver. Laver on a run. Laver to Beatty. Beatty with
wow.
the shot.
Wow.
It is good. They could hear, there's a few Chillicothe people here, and you could hear them yelling, walk, walk behind, but Brad did a good job to get his feet set and come around to the other side to get the shot.
Nice crowd here tonight for the Gales, a near full house.
That's a nice shot by Schmieder.
Beatty was all over him, but he forced his way in there, used a dribble to penetrate, and made a nice basket.
Schmieder with 4 points, down to the 5:05 mark in the first quarter.
This zone, they're really trying to take McKnight out of this. They're really collapsing in on him to try to keep the ball away from him.
Well, Kyle Greathouse gets it down to him, and he lost the ball in mid-flight, but it's going to stay with the Golden Gales. Had the ball slapped away. Jack is looking very dapper.
He's got that Regis thing going.
He does.
He's got that Regis millionaire thing going on now.
He's got the dark suit, the dark tie, everything. Here's Kyle Greathouse. His first shot is good from 3.
I tell you, Kyle Greathouse, he's our answer to that baby-faced assassin, man. He will put a dagger in your heart.
He's definitely got the touch on the outside.
A left-handed shot. He's a coach's son, no doubt about it. Andy Boner's the same way.
Here's a shot, no good by Wright, and it's picked up by Laver. Laver on the run. The Gales have him 4-3. Laver stops, pitches back out to Beatty. No good. McKnight with the rebound, and he puts it back up and in. Chad thought about going up to dunk that one, but he thought better of it. And the Gales up 13-7 with 4:13 to play in the first quarter.
Blocking on the baseline.
Yep. I think Josh Laver is going to get his first foul, the second team foul for the Gales.
Might mention, too, that John Kaufman's reserve team came out tonight with a pretty good second half and won 45-35, outscored Chillicothe 30-18 in the second half.
That was a tight ball game there for a while. Chillicothe looked like they were going to run away with it early, but the Gales reserves fought back. Here's a left-handed shot, no good. And just into the ball game and trying to grab that rebound was Chris Beatty, not to be mixed up with our own Brad, but he couldn't get it to control, and it goes out of bounds off the Cavaliers. Also checking in now is John Renner, and he checks in for Congrove.
Matt Alvis.
And Matt Alvis comes in for Totten. Matt wearing a brace on his left ankle. That may be part of the reason why. Matt Akar's a starter in last year's squad. Very powerful. He gets the ball down underneath, and he puts the shot up, can't get it to go. The rebound pulled down by Wright. Cavaliers trying to find something inside, but the Gale, and Matt Alvis is going to get called for the foul. I think maybe if he would have let go of the jersey, he might not have gotten
Well,
called
it's that
for
free arm thing.
Yeah.
It's that free arm. The
That's
Gales are challenging every pass, though. They are, you know, stepping into the lanes and just contesting every throw. That's typical of a Great House team.
What's not typical is that they've picked up 3 team fouls already in the first 4.5 minutes of the first quarter. Andy Boner in the ball game, and he comes in for Kyle Greathouse.
Still good floor leadership out there. Andy is, again, a coach's son, and he really knows the game.
He's also got that retro high sock look going there. Here's the shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Beatty. Beatty on the right wing. McKnight looks cross court, but goes back to Beatty. Now Beatty drives. Beatty underneath. How about that?
Wow.
8 points for Brad Beatty, and the Gales lead 15-7. A 20-second timeout called by the Cavaliers, so we'll keep it right here. We'd like to take this opportunity to mention that we've picked up a few new sponsors to our Television 22 basketball broadcast this year. And of course, we just talked about Matt Alvis coming in, and his dad Dave at Don's Furniture is one of our new sponsors. We also like to welcome OhioHills.com. They're an internet service provider. They're new to our broadcast this year, and of course, as we go on, we'll mention some of the others, but we'd like to thank those people for coming on and allowing us to bring these high school basketball games to you throughout the season. Now, the month of December is a little mixed up for us with holiday things going on and kind of wacky schedules.
The Gales have that big tournament, and they're going to be gone for a while.
That's right. They're going to be
right
gone
after Christmas.
Right between Christmas and New Year's. We'll have a couple of Fisher Catholic games coming up, and Coach Shoemaker's team really won big last night at Marion Catholic. They won by almost 40 points. Schmieder tries to feed it down, and it's picked off by Boner. Boner on the dribble, and now we'll pull it back, give it back to Alvis. Alvis to McKnight. McKnight gets it to go.
He is going to be an exciting player to watch this year. He's going to keep this team and this crowd pumped up. He's got a lot of hops, and he's a fun kid to watch play.
They can keep him out of foul trouble. He is going to be dangerous.
Are those boats he has, or are those his feet? Those are, I bet those are 17s. Those are huge.
They got to be. You know, there's a kid that plays on my son's junior high team up at St. Mary's, wears size 15.
Oh, my. Unbelievable.
Chad McKnight with 5 points. 18-7, the Gales up by 11.
I tell you, they're not going to back off the pressure. They're going to keep it on.
Here's down from around his chest with the shot. Now McKnight with the rebound. McKnight to Laver. Laver will stop and pop. Laver no good, and that ball looked like everybody jumped a little too soon. Wright comes up with it for the Cavaliers.
They're kind of living and dying on the three-point play out here for a while, and it's not going well for them.
Wright, nice head fake, and he puts up the shot, and it's good after driving the lane. That's the first bucket for Marcus Wright. Cavaliers, sorry, Paul, they seem to be shuttling their people in, trying to keep them fresh. The Gales with the only substitution so far. Well, actually, they've made 2. Alvis and Boner in the ball game. Here's Beatty trying to drive. He loses the basketball, and now we're going to get a jump ball situation. And it goes to the Cavaliers.
The second turnover for the Golden Gales right now. Jack telling them to just calm down a little bit. I think Brad got in there among the tall timber, and it just got a hand on it.
Greathouse and Totten back into the ball game. Minute 35 to play in the first quarter. Thomas goes cross court to Beatty for the Cavaliers. Beatty. Oop, almost got away with a walk, but we got a foul on the shot. Nice move by John Renner.
Probably on Chad.
That'll be his first.
Got him in the air, and I tell you, 6'7", just keep your feet. Don't go up.
That's the 4th team foul for the Gales. Get those first game jitters out of the way. First shot by Renner is good.
guess a couple teams we want to congratulate now, since you'll be maybe seeing this game on Sunday. First of all, certainly are the Amanda Aces. Wow. Consecutive state titles. That's impressive. 21-10.
That was I don't want to say it was a shocker, because I think everyone knows that they've got a great ball club, great coaching, as Kyle Greathouse puts up the shot, no good, and a rebound pulled down by the Cavaliers' Renner. But the fact of the matter is they kind of had a late season lull during the regular season. I think a lot of people just kind of thought that they may get 1, maybe 2 games in the playoffs, and they did a great job, and were winners on Saturday.
They got hot at the right time.
Renner can't get the shot to go, and ball bouncing all over the place, and finally coming up with it in the ball game for the Gales, Stuart Perlow. Clock down to 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Gales may be holding it for that final shot. They've certainly got the court spread. Of course, an official wants to stand right in front of us. Down to 10 seconds. Now the Gales are going to start and run their play. Beatty,
Nice
Laver
screen.
for 3, way off the mark. Beatty for the Cavaliers with the rebound. His shot, one-handed off the glass, no good, and that is how the first quarter ends. After 1 quarter of play, the Golden Gales 18, the Cavaliers 10.
At Don's Name Brand Furniture. Just see for yourself. It's easy to find everything you want at Don's Name Brand Furniture, 1118 East Main Street, across from the Kroger Shopping Center, or www.donsfurniture.com. You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster.
We're back at Lancaster High School, where the Golden Gales lead after 1 quarter of play, 18-10. Andy Rice, Paul Jasson here with the play-by-play, and I want to mention that throughout the season, we'll be bringing you a game of the week, so to speak, although December's a little mixed up like we mentioned, but once we roll into January, it'll be every weekend, Friday night games from either the Gales or the Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish, with replays at 12:30 and 8 o'clock on Saturdays and Sundays. Here's the shot, and it's up and good, and Laver gets his first bucket of the ball game.
Good shooter. Be nice to get him on track here.
The Gales have doubled up the Cavaliers' score, 20-10. Schmieder drives and then is fouled, and boy, if that's on McKnight, that's going to be, yes it is, that's his second, and
Get that typical look of incredulity, like, me?
well, Jack wasn't sure who was on at first, and as soon as he heard it was Chad, he had Matt Alvis sprint down to the board, and Matt will be coming in.
It'll be an interesting look now to see how this isn't necessarily small ball for the Gales, but it isn't nearly as big as when Chad's not in there, so they don't really have a huge pivot man anymore.
Schmieder missed the first one, but got the second one. He has 5 points. It's 20-11 in favor of the Gales. It's Greathouse, Laver, Beatty, Totten, and Alvis. That's the that's the 5 in the ball game right now for the Gales. Laver, he's open. His shot's good from 3.
He's kind of getting that gleam in his eye.
And that's where the Gales can be so dangerous, because if Greathouse isn't hitting, then you can get Laver to hit. And if Laver's not hitting and Greathouse not hitting, and here's Greathouse with the steal, and he gets a nice feed to Beatty with the shot. It's good. 10 points for Brad Beatty already.
Nice steal by Kyle Greathouse, too. That was a good ball playing down there.
25-11. Gales up by 14, and here's a steal by Laver. He's trying, but the ball gets tipped out of bounds, and the Cavaliers will keep it.
This is an example of great house kind of ball here, just challenging every pass, going after every loose ball, and you can really, games can turn on that.
You saw Jack there go out on the floor to congratulate Josh for his hustle. And then one of the officials said something to him, and Jack said, hey, I'm trying to give the kid a little praise here.
It's all about the kids. Look at great, his son Kyle. I mean, he is just deadly out there on defense too. He is fun to watch.
Here's a turnaround jumper off the glass, no good, and no over the back call, which is kind of surprising, but Matt Alvis able to fight it and get it. Great house, Beatty stops, pops, it's way off the mark, no good, and then the rebound is saved by Renner, and the Cavaliers on a run. Here's the Beatty, the opposite Beatty, the anti-Beatty we'll call him. And they fish it inside, and it's stolen again by Kyle Greathouse. Beatty at the three-point arc doesn't do it. Greathouse had the open shot, didn't take it. And Alvis looking, decides better to fight it, sends it back out. Greathouse around Laver, now Beatty. Beatty will take the three. It's no good. Here's Laver with the rebound. He puts it in.
Wow.
7 points in a quarter for Josh Laver. And the Gales lead it by 16, 27-11.
He's 6'1", and he just muscled his way for that rebound and took control. That was impressive.
Another one of those football players. Wide open is Renner, and Matt Alvis is going to get called. Somebody got messed up on their defense. Matt running down to try and stop it.
Try to pick up a charge. We got there a little late.
That's the second foul on Alvis.
And again, besides congratulating Amanda, we wanted to congratulate Mount Union, which has the Lancaster connection of Gary Smeck. They won today in the semifinals of Division III NCAA football. So former Lancaster quarterback Gary Smeck continues a fabulous career in college as they move toward another championship in Division III.
You know, I was
beat Wittenberg.
I was reading there. He was talking about how he wanted to get into coaching. And I keep thinking the way he's playing, Division III or not, he's going to get looked at by the pros, I'm sure. He's got the size.
I tell you, when he went out of high school, nobody wanted him. I mean, John Young used to tell me he shopped him everywhere, and nobody wanted to take him. Too small, too slow. He's just too good now.
By the way, Stuart Perlow has checked in the ball game for Alvis. Matt Alvis, Chad McKnight, both with 2 fouls each, and Boner's shot no good. 4:55 to play in the first half. Here's the turnaround, but we're going to get a foul inside. Perlow will get his first foul.
Stu is a 6'4" sophomore, so he's a big, young, strong kid coming in there to give him a little relief in the middle.
Well, that was the 7th team foul, so it puts the Cavaliers at the line now for the rest of the half.
It's going to be an interesting year for Lancaster. They've got a tough schedule, as if the OCC isn't enough, but they've got some good non-conference competition this year with Logan and some other teams. That big River Classic they've got, as you mentioned, between the holidays. It's going to be an interesting year for the Gales and for Jack, and we'll just see what they're made of here.
You read the Columbus Dispatch, their annual high school preview, and all they have to say, it seems like, ever about the Gales is they'll always be well coached, they'll always be disciplined, and they are. And we get a travel and a turnover by the Gales. That's the
Third, his second.
His second, okay.
Little hop step there, kind of got caught in midair and didn't know what to do with the ball, I think. He's a good floor general out there. Jack will take that about every time.
Well, they blew the buzzer over there, but
now they just kind of look at each other.
I think someone's elbow may have. And now we get a foul down underneath, and it's going to go against the Cavaliers, and that's going to go against, I believe, John Renner. Or is it? Or did they call 5-second? They must have called 5-second. Kyle Greathouse with the basketball. Boner takes the shot. It's no good. And a rebound is pulled down by John Renner. Here's a turnaround jump shot by Chris Beatty, and his shot off the mark, off the Cavaliers, out of bounds, and the Gales will get it. Coach Jeff Hobbs once again keeps that revolving door going on his bench. And into the ball game for the first time is Chad Notestone. So it's Greathouse, Notestone, Laver, Perlow, and Totten in the ball game right now for the Golden Gales.
Zone defense, Chillicothe staying in it. Gales trying to move it around on top, trying to find the open man.
Laver, why not?
He's kind of feeling it.
He's got 10 points all in this quarter. 30-13. Matter of fact, he's got 10 of the Gales' 12 in this quarter. Here's Schmieder with a shot, no good. Totten goes up high to tip it, gets the rebound, now pushes out to Laver. Laver, he'll stop and pop, and how about that?
He's on fire now. I think Chillicothe needs a timeout.
32-13 is the score. Here's the feed down to right, it's no good, and Chad Notestone is going to get called for traveling after coming down with a rebound. Coach Greathouse wanted a charge.
Jack's a bit unhappy now.
That was a real quick play down underneath, and I tell you what, Schmieder moved his foot. He was down there shuffling his feet on that inbounds play. And they call the charge on Wright. Don't know if that was a makeup call or not, but
now both coaches are really unhappy now. Took away the basket too, that one hurt.
32-13. Two minutes, 35 seconds to play here in the first half. Notestone back to Greathouse.
Laver's over here if he wants to take it.
Totten tries the middle, and he's going to get called for traveling. He turned to go to the middle, banged into a guy. That's what Coach Greathouse is trying to say. He got nailed, and I think that's the reason why he took the step. Schmieder will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Boy, that's NBA type three there, and it's no good by Thomas, and Totten down with the rebound. The Gales down to Notestone. His shot no good. Perlow tips it back to Notestone, back to Laver. How about it? There you go, might as well.
Now the crowd's really getting into it.
Well, Josh Laver's on fire. We've got a timeout. And we're going to take one ourselves. A minute 57 to play, 35-13 in favor of the Gales.
If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
Back at Lancaster High School, Andy Rice and Paul Jackson with the Golden Gales, and especially here in this second quarter, Josh Laver lead the Cavaliers 35-13. Josh Laver with 15 points here in the second quarter. Matter of fact, I don't know that he really took a shot at all in the first quarter. I don't remember him taking a shot, but it seems like every time he's touched the ball here in the second quarter, he's put it through the hoop. Minute 52 to play in the first half. That ball tipped away, but the Cavaliers able to control it. Schmieder, he'll put up the shot. It's good. Schmieder has 7 of his team's 15. Kyle Greathouse is fouled. Thomas picks up the foul, his first.
I think that's one advantage when games are close with guys like Beatty and Kyle Greathouse. It's going to and Andy Boner. It's going to be tough to take the ball away from them and to challenge them. If the Gales get a lead, it's going to be tough for other teams to claw back in it against that set of guards that Lancaster has.
Laver to Perlow. Perlow faces up, gets it to Totten. Totten underneath the Greathouse. How about that for a play?
Nice pass and great movement by the young Greathouse boy.
5 now for Kyle, 37-15 in favor of the Gales. Almost a steal by Totten, right from the line, no good. Off the mark, Perlow with the rebound for the Gales. The Gales basically have gone this whole quarter without their big guy, Chad McKnight, with 2 fouls. Excuse me, no reason why to get him into foul trouble. Greathouse from 3. That's usually a gimme, but he might have been too open. Down to 35 seconds to play in the first half. Right to Renner. I'm sorry, Thomas to Renner, back to Thomas. 24 seconds. Here's Wright with the turnaround, no good. And that rebound is on the floor, but it's picked up by Perlow with 10 seconds. Greathouse. He knows what time's up there, 5 seconds. Beatty will take it himself. It's no good, and that is going to be the end of the first half. The score after one half of play, the Golden Gales 37, the Cavaliers of Chillicothe 15. Back with more action, but first we'll take this time out.
When you talk to the advertiser, you talk to the owners. When you do business with the advertiser, you'll find an attentiveness to your needs that only an owner can give. The Advertiser, bringing buyers and sellers together with Fairfield County's largest selection of real estate. The Advertiser's classified ads are free for items $500 or less, and every classified ad is automatically placed on the web at no additional charge, connecting you to over 700 publications throughout the United States. The Lancaster Advertiser, proud of the company we keep. Where in Lancaster can you take your family to enjoy a great meal and satisfy everyone's taste buds? Why at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Dad with the hearty appetite can enjoy the original batter-dipped fish and chips, while Mom has the low-cal broiled fish dinner and the little ones order from the kids' menu. Remember, Arthur Treacher's food not only tastes good, but is good for you because they use only 100% cholesterol-free peanut oil. New owners, but the same great food at Arthur Treacher's, serving Lancaster for over 30 years.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Alan Reed. Did you know that paper and paper products are abundant in our homes, schools, and businesses? You can help reduce the waste and save valuable natural resources by simply taking advantage of the many recycling centers, drop-off programs, and curbside programs in our county. Encourage your school or office to begin recycling cardboard and high-grade paper. You can help keep Fairfield County a great place to live.
Ti ho portato nel locale della mia sorella.
Sì.
Ci si mangia bene.
Sì, sì.
E dove si spende poco.
Sì.
È vero, Luciana?
Sì.
You don't have to travel overseas for real Italian cooking. Tiberio's Ristorante in downtown Lancaster.
We're back at Lancaster High School at halftime where the Golden Gales lead the Cavaliers of Chillicothe 37-15. It's a story of a couple of different players for the Gales. The first quarter belonged to Brad Beatty. He had 8 points in the quarter. He's got 10 overall at halftime. The second quarter belonged to Josh Laver. All 15 of his points coming in the second quarter. The other scores for the Gales, 5 points for Kyle Greathouse, 5 points for Chad McKnight, and 2 points for Andrew Totten. That's 37 for the Gales. Chillicothe being led right now by Bill Schmieder. He's got 7 points, 3 points for Adam Renner, 2 points for Marcus Wright, and then a point apiece for Dan Congrove, Chris Beatty, and John Renner. 15 points for the Cavaliers. A stifling defense by the Golden Gales, and I guess just overall good play on both ends of the court for the Gales, Paul, is the reason why they're up so big right now.
Well, I think you hit it. You hit that stifling, the word you used, and that's exactly right. That defense with kind of the lights-out shooting of some of the Gales, and especially Josh Laver, this was a good way to start out the season for them tonight.
We're at halftime, 37-15. The Golden Gales lead. We'll be back with the second half of play, but first, we're going to take this timeout.
Head on down to your local bowling center and join the Cartoon Network Bowling Club. You can get a glow-in-the-dark bowling ball and a t-shirt from one of your favorite characters like Fred Flintstone, Johnny Bravo, Scooby-Doo, or Dee-Dee, and a Flintstones video. Plus, you get a free gift just for signing up. Look for the Cartoon Network Bowling Club coming to your town soon.
The first meeting is Sunday, January 14th. Call or stop by Tiki Bowling Lanes for more details. The perfect holiday gift can be found at Don's Name Brand Furniture. Just see for yourself. It's easy to find everything you want at Don's Name Brand Furniture, 1118 East Main Street, across from the Krogery Shopping Center, or www.donsfurniture.com. You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster. If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
We're at halftime where the Golden Gales lead 37-15 over the Chillicothe Cavaliers. And, of course, we're looking at a opening night for the Golden Gales. The Cavaliers with a last-second loss to Waverly on Friday night, and they came in a bit hungry, but the Golden Gales have really just outdone them tonight. They are able to get the things going on both ends of the floor, both offensively and defensively. The Golden Gales have, as they're being led right now offensively by Josh Laver and Brad Beatty, and defensively by Kyle Greathouse and a number of players who have done just a great job in keeping Chillicothe away from the basketball and away from the hoop. We're just moments away from our start of the second half. So we're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll have the second half of play right after this.
When you talk to the advertiser, you talk to the owners. When you do business with the advertiser, you'll find an attentiveness to your needs that only an owner can give. The Advertiser, bringing buyers and sellers together with Fairfield County's largest selection of real estate. The Advertiser's classified ads are free for items $500 or less, and every classified ad is automatically placed on the web at no additional charge, connecting you to over 700 publications throughout the United States. The Lancaster Advertiser, proud of the company we keep.
remember the good old days when gas was 18 cents a gallon and car repair was honest and reliable? At Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, they've been honest and reliable for over 56 years. Jim and Shirley Heston have made a commitment to maintain the same service you would receive back then. That's why generations of families have made Heston's their service and used car center. Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, 603 Lincoln Avenue, Lancaster.
We're back at Lancaster High School at the beginning of the second half of play, and it's brought to you by Damon Notestone and the Notestone CPA firm. Give them a call or visit them on the web at www.notestonecpa.com, and they'll take care of you and all your tax needs. That's the Notestone CPA firm.
You don't want to forget, too, we'll have a player of the game tonight.
That's right,
Thanks
player
to
of
Greg
the game.
Russell and the good folks out at Tiki.
That's right. For their second year in a row, Tiki Bowling Lanes will be bringing us.
And I think we have an insight as to who that might be.
Well, there's a couple of guys vying for it right now.
Yeah.
Who knows who's going to step up in the third and the fourth quarter? That's the story. Cavaliers have the ball to start the second half. They try to fish it inside, and they can't. Renner with the basketball. Here's a shot, and it's up and good by Wright.
Good start for the Cavaliers to begin the second half to try to run their season record to 500 at 1-1. They'd like to, one basket at a time, get back in this.
Well, the Gales with a 20-point advantage, 37-17. The Gales with the original starting five, and that would be Beatty, who has got the shot, and it's good. 12 points for Brad Beatty. It's Beatty, Laver, Greathouse out on the wings, and on the post is McKnight and Totten. Totten with the block shot, and
wow.
It's picked up by Brad Beatty. Beatty dribbles through traffic and then is fouled as he tries to cross the timeline. Schmieder picks up the foul.
Nice block down there by Totten that last time down. That was a tough one in the middle. He rejected it. Congratulations to Scott Zollinger and the girls, too, off to a 4-0 start. Man, everybody's playing good right now. We like to see this. Fisher, Lancaster.
Yes, everybody's doing well.
Marshall would be a good team to do well. That's right.
Chad McKnight with the turnaround jumper, and he's got 7 points in the ball game. The Gales spreading it around. The Cavaliers with the basketball. Schmieder on the right wing to Thomas. He'll take the three-point shot off the mark, no good. Renner with the rebound, and let's see. Yep. You're not allowed to walk with the basketball, Paul.
When'd that start? Is that a new rule?
I don't know. Yeah. It's these crazy rules they come up with.
First turnover this half. Gales had 4 of the first half. They forced 7 by the Cavaliers with that stifling defense.
Here's that's the first mistake we've seen Kyle Greathouse make, trying to fish that inside, a little off balance when he did so, but Josh Laver comes down and saves him by knocking that ball out of bounds. The Cavaliers will have the basketball underneath the hoop. Here's the lob out, right with the basketball to Thomas. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. 41-17 Gales lead. Here's Totten with another block shot, and then we're going to get a foul on right. Oh no, they're going to call it on Chad McKnight.
That's it. That'll be it for him.
That's his third, and quickly Matt Alvis off the bench.
Coming in with that sprained ankle, as you indicated. It's about a week he's had it, and he's coming back now.
It's nice to see the fact that they start him out young. Here's Schmieder on the drive, but he is going to be fouled, as that's got to be the biggest concern, at least I would think right now, for Coach Greathouse, is the fact that his team is committing a lot of fouls. That was one of their big things last year, is that they didn't do that. Here's a drive in by Wright, and it's good.
Little breakdown there on the Gales defensively and allowed that one to occur, and Jack's not a bit happy about that.
No, he's not happy at all, and we're going to take a timeout right now. I believe that it is a full one. It is. We'll take a timeout. 41-19 Gales lead.
Where in Lancaster can you take your family to enjoy everyone's taste buds? Wyatt Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Dad with the hearty appetite can enjoy the original batter-dipped fish and chips, while Mom has the low-cal broiled fish dinner and the little ones order from the kids menu. Remember, Arthur Treacher's food not only tastes good, but is good for you because they use only 100% cholesterol-free peanut oil. New owners, but the same great food at Arthur Treacher's, serving Lancaster for over 30 years.
Hi, I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Judy Shoup, along with Commissioners Lisa Kessler and Alan Reed, inviting you to consider one of the many recycling services in our area.
Cardboard, glass bottles, and aluminum cans are just a few of the items collected throughout Fairfield County.
Won't you join us in our effort to keep Fairfield County beautiful? For more information on where to recycle in Fairfield County, call your local recycling and litter prevention program at 681-4423.
Back at Lancaster High School, where the Golden Gales lead 41-19. They throw the ball in, drive it down court, and then a foul on Schmieder on the drive by Greathouse, and the Gales will inbound it underneath their own basket. Laver to Totten to Greathouse. Going to go around the horn with it. Beatty thought about shooting across court. One thing, Paul, I absolutely love about the Golden Gales games, not only do we get to sit in front of the pep band,
yes,
we also get to sit right in front of Jack's Pack.
They got new shirts this year.
They were just selling them outside as Totten puts up a shot in his 4th point of the ball game.
Got the tie-dye look going this year for Jack's Pack. Those shirts from good folks down at Professional Screen Printing.
There you see just behind us Jack's Pack there.
Yeah.
Schmieder with the bucket.
Well, the Chillicothe can't afford to trade buckets. Lancaster's got that luxury now, but Chillicothe's got to try to step it up, and I'm not sure they've got the manpower to do it.
Well, Wright reaches around, picks up his 2nd foul.
Hey, Andy Totten's impressive in there. He's a force in the middle. He's big and strong, and he puts a wide swath in that lane. Good crowd on hand tonight. As Andy indicated, a few people from Chillicothe came up on a cold Saturday night, but near capacity Lancaster crowd. It's a nice group of people here.
Yeah, it is, and I can only imagine that those numbers will grow as the season progresses. Here's Beatty with the drive. How about that?
Like the seas parted, and he just laid it in.
14 points for Brad Beatty in the ball game.
And he's got that explosive first step. He took that in there, and he was right now at the basket.
Stuart Perlow gets off the bench. He'll be coming in. Thomas with the shot, no good, and Alvis, nice job boxing out. Greathouse to Laver. Laver back to Greathouse. He'll take the 3. It's no good. Alvis fights for it, gets the rebound. And now throws it back out. The Gales, no, they're going to shift it down real quick. Here's Alvis with the shot. It's no good, and the ball's batted around, and it's picked up finally by Congrove. Nice baseball pass down to Renner. Renner with the shot in and out, no good, and Totten with nice position is fouled by John Renner. Get a chance to see that again, and once again, just flat out good hustle.
Good positioning. A little over the back.
Alvis will now shift, and he will come out of the ball game. It's Beatty, Laver, Greathouse, Perlow, and Totten. Nice hands over here by the cheerleader. To grab that basketball. Greathouse fouled.
I think having Kyle and Beatty and these guys, they're like another coach on the floor. They really understand the game, and they give Jack another dimension. They really run things out on the floor.
Schmieder picked up that foul, his 3rd. And he's really been the only offense, so to speak, for the Cavaliers. And here's a nice steal by Chris Beatty, guarded by Brad Beatty, and he puts it up and it's good.
First turnover by Brad tonight.
That's 3 points for Chris Beatty. Gales still lead by 22, 45-23. Beatty thought about it, pulls it down, then puts it back up, and the shot no good, and the rebound pulled it down by Schmieder. Schmieder up to Renner, who You know, in football, that would have been a touchdown.
8 turnovers now for Chillicothe Cavaliers.
Boner back into the ball game, and checking out is Brad Beatty.
You know, Brad's got a cousin coming up. I think he's a junior high kid right now, and he comes from some tall genes. He's going to be a real big kid. Young boy, will watch for him. I think he's at Ewing right now, maybe Stanberry, but he's coming. He's going to be a tall drink of water.
I know Jack hates to see that, those tall kids in the junior high.
Great look underneath. Oh,
Laver
my.
right there to put it up and in.
Boy, great look by Kyle.
17 points for Laver, and it seems like every time I almost got to think he's shooting 100% tonight, because I haven't remembered him taking a shot he hasn't missed or hasn't made.
Ooh. I tell you, the Gales just look much faster than Chillicothe. I mean, everything looks like they're at just another gear higher.
Right, trying to fight himself around Perlow. Whoa, they're going to count it. And Jack is just a little mystified, wants to travel, but Wright's going to get the bucket to go.
Wasn't much of a bump there, I'll tell you that.
Stuart Perlow picks up his second foul. And Wright will go to the line to try and make it a three-point play. And it's no good. And a rebound pulled down by Totten. Andy Boner up to Greathouse. Greathouse cross courts it. Open is Laver. You might as well. Oh, I must have jinxed it. I'm sorry, Josh. I jinxed you. Now Schmieder gets away with a push off. Gets the shot no good. Gets his own rebound and then puts it back up and in. 11 points for Schmieder. By far their leading scorer. Down to 1:25 to play here in the third quarter. Perlow to Greathouse. Wow, no good, in and out. Rebound by Totten, and then he's fouled.
Totten's a force underneath there. That's 5 rebounds for him.
That foul goes against Dustin Etling into the ball game for Chillicothe, his first.
It's a big part of the game tonight is the Gales out-rebounding offensively and defensively over Chillicothe.
Totten's first shot is good. 5 points for Andrew. Josh Laver gets a blow. Jack just saw his shooting percentage go down the toilet there with that one miss and
yank him out.
Totten's second shot no good. Brad Beatty almost got the rebound.
Well, that's because he got pounded from the back. No wonder. My golly.
And a little pushing and shoving going on down underneath. And
Andy Pearson, I think, the big new guy in there, got that one.
Alvis back into the ball game for Totten with 58 seconds to play in the third. Beatty had an open shot momentarily, decides not to take it. Stuart Perlow, Kyle Greathouse will fish it back to Beatty, back to Greathouse.
They've got some three-point shooters out there whenever they want to pull the trigger, if that's what they look for.
Well, Jack just yelled for them to pull it back out for the final shot, so they're going to work it unless they find something wide open under the hoop. You're going to see them wait for the last shot, down to 20 seconds.
About 10, they'll probably try to move it in.
Down to 12 seconds. Kyle almost.
Here we go. This will be it now.
Boner with the drive, and he's going to lose control of it.
Long time to have the ball to come up empty.
Yep, 2.9 seconds on the clock officially. Schmieder will put up a three-quarter court shot. Looked like it might be close, but it's not. 48-27 is our score. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after we take this timeout.
Ti ho portato nel locale della mia sorella.
Sì.
Ci si mangia bene
Sì, sì.
e dove si spende poco.
Sì.
È vero, Luciana?
Sì.
You don't have to travel overseas for real Italian cooking. Tiberio's Ristorante in downtown Lancaster. The perfect holiday gift can be found at Don's Name Brand Furniture. Just see for yourself. It's easy to find everything you want at Don's Name Brand Furniture, 1118 East Main Street, across from the Krogery Shopping Center, or www.donsfurniture.com.
Back at Lancaster High School, Andy Rice, Paul Jasson, and our IVP sports crew, including Doan Livingstone, here back with us this year. And the Golden Gales lead this one 48-27. Brad Beatty, one bounder right in front of our position to Kyle Greathouse. Also in there, Josh Laver, Chad McKnight, and Andy Totten, the original starting five for the Gales.
Chillicothe outscored Lancaster 12-9, but not much of a dent in the overall scoring lead.
Laver, how about that? Just like butter. 50-27, the Gales lead. That's 19 points for Laver.
Got that explosive first step, and then once he's by him, he's real smooth with the lay-in.
Laver having a good night. Of course, we talked about we'll be having some Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish games as the shot put up and no good. And Laver and Beatty fighting for it. And
I think the officials don't know.
They're going to go and give it to the Gales.
Good enough.
But
let's have a recount.
Back
Chad Notestone's on the floor. We have a Chad down. We have a Chad sighting tonight.
In the first half, we saw Chase Miller from Fisher Catholic. He had 35 points Friday night against Marion Catholic, and we'll see Chase in the Fighting Irish the next two times around.
Shoes got the boys wound up.
That's right. Chad McKnight, another Chad. We got a lot of Chads here.
That's the trouble. Too many Chads. We need a recount. Have any dimples in these chairs you're sitting in, Andy? What do we got going on here?
Greathouse with the basketball, drives, tries to fish it into Beatty, who did not break to the bucket, but the Cavaliers will get the basketball, and now we see three fresh Cavaliers coming in.
But the only thing we haven't seen McKnight slam one yet.
That's right.
That'll certainly happen sooner rather than later, but I thought maybe we'd get to see it tonight. He had a couple opportunities early, but took a pass on them.
Thomas with the basketball for the Cavaliers. 6:15 to play. Turnaround jump shot is going to go.
Foul away from the ball.
The foul is committed against the Cavaliers, but the shot will count.
1-1.
Well, the foul goes against Adam Renner, his second, but it's the 7th team foul. Jack's Pack getting a little riled
doing what
up.
they do.
You know, and a shot by Laver, no good. The shot no good, and two Gales fighting for it, but Chad McKnight able to fish it up to Beatty.
Nice outlet.
Beatty tries to take it himself and loses control of the basketball, and Jack wants a foul.
He's saying, what do you think? He lost that ball in midair?
Well, evidently the official doesn't like Renner had something on his wrist. He made him take it off.
Jack wanted a call there, but went for naught.
And a nice steal by Laver, and then he is fouled turning around by Wright, the man he took it from.
Good gesture helping him up, too. Chillicothe is a good team in that respect. There's no disrespecting anybody out there. They play the ball game right.
Well, I think you get to a certain point where you get a chance. Yep.
Well, maybe he did.
Yeah. He was, but sometimes acting is better than actually having it happen that way.
Well, when you're wearing that Regis Philbin stuff, I mean, when Jack's got that going on, I believe him.
Yeah, Laver sinks these. He now has 21 points.
Laver has 21?
Yes, he does.
Ooh. Ooh, oh, man.
Well, I think Brad Beatty got a first down on that. But,
wow, wow. He rocked him on that one. He saw that coming, and I'm going to get this guy.
Checking back into the ball game for the Golden Gales is Chad Notestone. So now we've got 2 Chads on the floor.
Well, there you go. That's our problem. Are you sure, or do we need a recount?
That ball was stolen. And a nice job by Kyle Greathouse to reject that pass.
Tenacious.
Just how many different adjectives can we use for Kyle Greathouse tonight? Cavaliers just trying to get some decent shots as Schmieder.
Nice look there, too.
By far has been their offensive output tonight. He has 13. 52-31. Gale still on top. Nice job that time by Andrew Totten right in front of our cameraman Jason Roush down there to save that basketball. Totten from the foul line. It's good. That's 7 points for Totten tonight. Four and a half minutes to play. Chad McKnight is going to pick up another foul. That's his 4th foul, and he's the only Gale in trouble right now. As the Gales, after a couple of quick fouls early, have slowed that down. Matt Alvis back into the ball game for Notestone.
Jack gonna leave him in there for the duration, I guess.
There's a shot, it's up and it's good. Wright with the bucket. He's starting to turn it on a little bit. He's got 10 points. Laver from the elbow. It's no good, and Wright up high for the rebound.
He is human.
Marcus Wright with the basketball. Clock down to 3:40. Nice spin move, but it's no good. Nice rebound by Wright. And Chad McKnight really
he almost seems defenseless in there.
He cannot afford to go up to try and block it.
I think Jack sees that too.
Although I think Perlow's coming in for Totten. So with 3:33 left to play in the ball game, the Gales with the basketball in the lead, 54-33. They may be leaving him in there as Alvis takes the shot, and it's good. And for Matt Alvis, his first bucket. I was just going to say, Paul, they might be leaving him in there to try and work some offensive plays down to him. Although, I mean, he does have 7 points. He really hasn't touched the ball on offense a whole lot here tonight.
And they're going at him every time on defense.
That ball comes down. He's just going to take it straight to the hoop. Not a whole lot you can do when you see that coming at you.
Get out the way.
We got a timeout. It's a full one, so we'll take one ourselves. 58-33. The Gales lead this one with 2:44 left to play.
You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster. If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
You see Jack's Pack here at Lancaster High School. On their shirts it says Jack's Pack, and in the middle it says Stormwatch. So I think that gale is about to hit. And it certainly hit tonight, 58-33. They lead it by 25 with 2:40 left to play in the ball game. We've got a couple of new Gales into the ball game as Mike Siegel in the ball game for the Gales. Here's a shot, no good, and a rebound by Perlow. You got Boner, Perlow, Alvis, Notestone, and Siegel. They feed it into Notestone. He is hacked as he goes up for the shot. That goes against Chris Beatty. So Notestone will go to the line. First shot is no good. Thomas comes out of the ball game, and checking in for Chillicothe is Andy Pearson, I believe. Well, actually, we got a, must have been a reserve player come up. Second shot by Notestone was good. 59-33, 2:10 to play. And we're going to have to find out who that kid was because he's put on a couple of good moves. Evan Terry, a sophomore. Right at the 2-minute mark.
2-minute warning.
Chris Beatty with the first shot is good. Checking into the ball game for the Gales now is Jared McCabe. And he comes in for Stuart Perlow.
Perlow's done a nice job tonight. He's really been a factor in there.
Second shot is also good. 5 points in the ball game for Chris Beatty of Chillicothe. Notestone wide open for three, takes it, it's no good, and Terry off with the rebound for the Cavaliers. Here's a move by Chris Beatty, spins it back around. Now the shot up off the glass. The banks are open tonight, kids.
The kiss.
John Renner with 3 points. Minute and a half to play. McCabe to Siegel. Bonar thought about it for just a second. Now Notestone will take it. It's no good. Fighting for it underneath. Siegel with the shot. It's good.
Look at the bench, boy. They go crazy now. They like to see that.
See
what being a Gale's all about.
He got the rebound and put it back up quick. Yeah, got a couple of other junior varsity players coming out. Tony Gilbert. And as Siegel gets his conventional three-point play. Derek Adams. 61-37. Down to 1 minute left to play here in the ball game. Beatty almost lost that one. Good job saving it. Siegel going to get called for the foul with 51 seconds to play. So Evan Terry will go to the line. He'll be shooting 1-on-1. The first shot is good. Terry will put up his second shot, and it's also good. Our next ball game here on Channel 22 will be the Tuesday night, December 12th game, Fisher Catholic at Liberty Union. So you'll be able to see that ball game on Wednesday and Thursday, the 13th and the 14th. That's Fisher Catholic at Liberty Union, December 12th ball game, but you'll be able to see it on the 13th and the 14th. We're down to 35 seconds, and as usually what happens in a game like this, we start walking up and down the floor
in low ragged
for the final minute.
Crowd's starting to thin out a little bit now.
Well, you can also, if you're not sure exactly which games that Interphase will be doing for the broadcast, you can check out our website, www.interphase.com, and we'll have the schedule posted on the website so you can check out when we'll be doing the Gales games, when we'll be doing the Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish games. Here's a nice rebound, and it's put back up, and it's good by Tony Gilbert.
Final 10 seconds.
Who's going to get the last shot? Siegel with three. Boner will take the three. It's good. And that is the ball game. The final score, the Golden Gales 65, the Cavaliers 41. We'll be back with our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game and a final wrap-up. But first, we're going to take this timeout.
The perfect holiday gift can be found at Don's Name Brand Furniture. Just see for yourself. It's easy to find everything you want at Don's Name Brand Furniture, 1118 East Main Street, across from the Kroger Shopping Center, or www.donsfurniture.com. You can buy your insurance from an 800 number, but do you know that person? And will they be there when you need them? At Wentz Fletcher, a motorist insurance agency, you know who you are dealing with. You see them in the community, and when you call, you deal with a person, not a machine. Wentz Fletcher and Motorist Insurance. You've known us for nearly 30 years. Call us at 653-5535 with your insurance questions. We can help. Wentz Fletcher Insurance, 1601 East Main Street, Lancaster. If you want reliable high-speed internet services, call OhioHills.com. OhioHills.com is a regional company that is big on customer service. So when you call, you'll talk to a person, not a recording.
Hi, I'm Laura Hofstetter, owner of OhioHills.com. And you have my personal guarantee that we'll do everything we can to earn and keep your business.
Providing high-speed digital internet services with local access for Central and Southeast Ohio. Call OhioHills.com or visit our website at www.ohiohills.com.
So, what do you want to do?
I don't care.
We could just hang.
Just hang? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the
Call Tiki Lanes for dates and times of the next Thunder Alley.
We're back at Lancaster High School, where I was just about picked off by a Chillicothe cheerleader.
Good thing she can't shoot any
That's
better
right.
than a team.
Good thing she doesn't have a good shot. There we go. The Golden Gales defeat Chillicothe tonight 65-41 in our Tiki Bowling Lanes player of the ball game. It's a no-doubter tonight. Josh Laver, just an outstanding ball game, 21 points, and other than a couple of errant shots, he was almost perfect from the field. Great defense also, and just an all-around good game tonight by Josh Laver.
Well, he played a good game, but the Gales got out early, 18-10 after the first quarter. They led 37-15 at the half, and from then on it was just kind of back and forth. But the Gales got started early and just were never headed.
Gales also had Brad Beatty with 14 points in the ball game, 9 for Chad McKnight, 7 for Andy Totten, 5 for Kyle Greathouse, 3 apiece for Andy Boner and for Mike Siegel. 2 points for Matt Alvis and a point for Chad Notestone. That's 65 for the Gales. The Cavaliers led by Bill Schmieder. He had 13 points and Marcus Wright had 10. The Golden Gales moved to 1-0 on the season, and of course they look towards a conference matchup already next week, and against Westerville North, I believe it is. So they are getting geared up for their league season early. But once again, our next ball game here on Channel 22 will be the Fighting Irish of Fisher Catholic up the road in Baltimore at Liberty Union. We'll have that game for you on Wednesday and Thursday, the 13th and the 14th. It's a Tuesday night ball game, and you can catch that right here on Channel 22. Once again, the final score, the Golden Gales 65, the Chillicothe Cavaliers 41. For Paul Jasson and the rest of the IVP Sports crew, I'm Andy Rice. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Interphase Video Productions is proud to present the High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tiberio's Ristorante, Community Action and Litter Prevention, Wentz Fletcher Insurance, OhioHills.com, Heston's Auto Service and Used Cars, Don's Furniture, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, and Tiki Bowling Lanes.